My name is Mark Calvo, author of the Cosmological Balance Universe, the Unified Theory. In the Hubble Ultra Deep Field image here, we see specks of fully formed galaxies as they were some 13 billion years ago. Do we live in an expanding universe or a collapsing universe? The Big Bang Theory tells us that space and time began some 13.8 billion years ago. Shortly thereafter, the universe cooled and particles started to form at about 300,000 years after the Big Bang. The particles rapidly formed elementary atoms which coalesced to form galaxies. And these galaxies started to spread apart in the growing universe, which then matured and expanded further. In today's expanded universe, we are viewing the universe from within the center of this bubble. Let's pause here and analyze the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, outer edge of the visible universe. Here, scientists interpret their redshifted light and declare that these galaxies are racing away from us at an accelerated rate, some 13 billion plus years in the past, shortly after the presumed Big Bang, which states the contrary, that they should be closer together or nearer each other the further back in time we look, not expanding apart but collapsing together. More significantly than that is these distant galaxies are moving against the flow of time, namely going backward in time the further out we look, not forward in time as they should. However, if the redshifted light is not from Doppler effect, then it must be because of the photon energy absorption of space between us and the distant galaxies, and the universe is in a cosmological balance of dynamic equilibrium. Let's redraw the universe from Edwin Hubble's observation. The white horizontal line indicates the Milky Way's timeline from the supposed Big Bang into the future. If the redshifted light was from Doppler effect, then the most distant galaxies are accelerating away, and the closer galaxies are also moving away from us, while the galaxies nearest to us appear to exist in normal space. Given these perceived redshifted Doppler effect circumstances, we can expect space billions of years into the future to compress and gravity to crunch down everything into one single point, the Big Crunch. Since the galaxies in the ultra deep field image cannot defy the flow of time, the universe must be collapsing. Let's visually examine the Big Crunch theory, starting from today's perceived expanded universe, which tells us that as time progresses forward, these galaxies will move closer and tighter together. So if we run the clock further forward, these outermost galaxies will tighten together even more, and still tighter grouping beyond then, and much more energetic and hotter, and still even hotter as we run the hands of time forward, until they might have come from one central hub or point crunched together in a hot ball of energy. The expanding universe theory tells us that expansion is accelerating, but Edwin Hubble's observation tells us that the further out we look, the more redshifted the galaxies are, which scientists interpret as racing away by Doppler effect. But because of the flow of time, all these galaxies should be collapsing together in time, the complete opposite effect from the portrayed accelerating expansion universe. They both cannot be true. Consequently, the redshifted light from those galaxies are caused by photon-energy-absorbing material between us and those galaxies. Since the universe cannot be expanding and collapsing at the same time, it must be in a cosmological balance and held together in a dynamic equilibrium. This is a picture of the cosmological microwave background emissions as it occurred 13.5 billion years ago and of today. What we see today is neither expanding nor collapsing. Look closely again. This picture illustrates another creation story. In the left side, the invisible part of the universe, revealed to us by the Planck 2013 CMB, shows cosmic egg bubbles of halo matter surrounding each antimatter anti-gravity galaxy at various stages. At the center of each massive galaxy exists a massive white hole which pulls in antimatter at the inner event horizon and excretes ordinary matter particles through wormhole tunnels to the galactic outer event horizon, while releasing a microburst of cosmic microwave background radiation at the galactic halo. These particles transition into building blocks for the visible part of the universe, ordinary matter stars and galaxies. The right side is the visible part of the universe revealed to us by telescopes such as Hubble. Dark matter forms the halo surrounding each of the ordinary matter gravity galaxies at various stages. At the center of each massive galaxy exists a massive black hole, which pulls in matter at the inner event horizon and excretes antimatter particles through wormhole tunnels to the galactic outer event horizon, while releasing a microburst of cosmic anti-microwave background radiation at the galactic halo. Those antimatter particles transition into building blocks for the invisible part of the universe, anti-gravity stars and galaxies. This is the two sides of the cosmological balance universe in dynamic equilibrium. The cosmological balance universe, a unified theory.